Thank you for visiting payingtoomuch.com for your travel insurance quote. I'm going to show you how to set up a quote online and how to use the medical screening engine. The first thing we need to do is to decide what type of policy it is that you want. Is it a single trip or is it an annual multi-trip policy? Then we need to know which countries it is that you're visiting, and if you're going on a cruise, we need to know all of the cruise destinations. You can choose this from a drop-down list, or you can key in the countries into the white box. Then we need to know the departure date, that's the date you leave the United Kingdom, and then the return date, that's the date that you arrive back in the United Kingdom. We need to know how many travellers are going to be insured on the policy, and if there's more than one traveller, what the relationship is between the travellers. We've produced a help text on the web page which describes how this works. We need to know if any part of your journey will involve a cruise. Please note the policies offered will not be cruise specific. You will, however, be covered for travel on a cruise ship and medical emergency expenses including evacuation from the ship and repatriation. Now we need to know the policyholder's details. This is your name as it appears on your passport, and then a contact telephone number. We need to know the lead passenger's date of birth. In this case it's the 1st of January 1945. If you have an email address, please key it into this field. It's important that we're able to contact you with any quotations and, of course, if you wish to buy a policy. Now we're moving on to the medical screening. Are any of the travellers on any kind of waiting list for any treatment or surgery? Have any of the travellers been given a terminal prognosis? Please note that no cover can be provided if you are awaiting investigations for an undiagnosed condition. Now we need to know the traveller's details. The title, first name and surname of the policyholder, which is the lead traveller, and then the title, first name and surname of any additional travellers. Please note we don't ask the date of birth for the additional travellers, just the current age. That's their age today, not the age when you travel. So to the screening engine. This is where you key any existing medical conditions you wish to have included within the policy. So for Robin, we're going to add an existing medical condition. And the way the medical screening engine works is that you type the first 4 characters of the condition you wish to search for. In this case it's a hernia, and we've got many types of hernia to choose from. We're going to choose hiatus hernia for Robin. Now the system will ask you additional medical questions relating to the disclosure you've made. Do you take regular medication for this? No. Have you ever had a procedure to widen the narrowing of the esophagus? No. And now hiatus hernia has been added for Robin. We're going to add a second condition. In this case we're going to add heart disease. So we start typing heart, and then we search, and a list of heart diseases will appear. Ischemic heart disease is the one that we've chosen, and now we've got some follow-on questions in connection with this condition. Have you ever had a heart bypass, an angioplasty, or a coronary stent? Yes. Have you ever been a smoker? Now no, I've never been a smoker, or yes, if you have given up, you can say given up more than 10 years ago. How long ago was your angioplasty or stenting performed? More than 6 weeks ago. At any time before your angioplasty or stenting, did you have a heart attack? Yes, 1 heart attack. Have you ever had any symptoms of angina, e.g. chest pain, chest tightness, since your last procedure? No. So all the answers we've given are in blue, and there are some follow-on questions. Have you ever had a heart attack at any time after your last procedure? How many, if any, coronary stents did you have? Can you always walk 200 yards on the flat without becoming short of breath? And have you been advised to take any medication for high blood pressure? Now, the system is looking for commonly related conditions, and high blood pressure is commonly related to the condition we've just disclosed. Now the system will ask you some follow-on questions in conjunction with the high blood pressure. How many medications does your doctor advise you to take for high blood pressure? Has your dose been increased, or have you been prescribed a new medication in the last 6 months? Have you been advised to take medication to lower your cholesterol? Has a blood test ever at any time shown your cholesterol level to be raised? This needs to be answered yes if you have at any time had a raised cholesterol reading, even if your cholesterol is now under control with your medication. Have you been advised to take medication for high blood pressure? Well, we've already disclosed high blood pressure. And have you been a smoker? Well, we've already declared our smoking status. So now we've added hiatus hernia, ischemic heart disease, coronary angioplasty, high blood pressure, and cholesterol levels for Robin. And now we need to make a disclosure for Sarah. So the disclosure we're going to make for Sarah is arthritis. So if you start to type arthritis into the search box and then press the search button, a list of arthritis conditions will appear on the screen. We're going to pick the second one down, just arthritis. What type of arthritis do you or did you have? In this case, we've answered don't know. Don't know is quite an acceptable answer, although if you do have arthritis, it might be a good idea to find out what type of arthritis, because you may end up with a lower premium if you know the type of arthritis you've got. Have you had any of your joints replaced or resurfaced? No. Do you currently use any mobility aids because of your arthritis? No. Have you needed treatment for any back or neck problems? No. How many unplanned hospital admissions have you had for your arthritis in the last year? None. Now we've got a full list of existing medical conditions for Robin and for Sarah. We're now in a position to request a list of premiums. Before we do that, we need to tick the box to say that all of our existing medical conditions have been disclosed. Now we're ready to get our list of premiums, because we've finished adding conditions. At this point, we can set a password in order that we can easily retrieve the quotes from our login area. Now we've calculated a list of premiums for these circumstances, and because we requested a single trip policy, the premiums are ranked in order of single trip price. We do have annual multi-trip prices on the right-hand column, but these are not in premium order. In addition, we've used bar charts to try to give you an example of how much cover is provided by each policy. In theory, the more premium you pay, the better the policy benefits should be, but in practice this doesn't always work out. If you wish to proceed with a policy, you can click the green Proceed button, and now you can see a full summary of the policy that you keyed, including the commencement date, which is the date cancellation cover would start, which is today's date, your departure date and your return date. In addition, you'll see a summary of the medical conditions that have been disclosed, in this case for Robin and Sarah. If you would like to receive your pack by post, then please tick this box. There is a small charge for postal packs. If you proceed online, you'll be prompted to key in your home postcode and your house name or number. Please provide a contact number and, if available, a mobile phone number too. And of course, check the email address is correct. Now you'll be prompted for the name on your credit card and the type of credit card. I'm sorry we don't accept American Express cards, but we do accept credit cards without any charge. So the issue number, the card security number, start and end date, and then you can complete the purchase. At this point, we will generate your policy schedule. Your policy schedule will be sent to you by email and also will be available in your login area. The login area is available in the top right-hand corner of the payingtoomuch.com homepage. Thank you for visiting payingtoomuch.com for a travel insurance quote, and we hope you find the guide useful.